Hello, Apple Valley. This is Mr. Bolsoni, the principal here at AVHS. The first thing I want to do is welcome our new and returning students to the 17-18 school year. We have over 425 new students starting today that are part of the class of 2021. We all have exciting things ahead, and I'm looking forward to a great year. Apple Valley High School focuses on our Valley vision to create a positive and welcoming culture for all students. We show respect to others at all times, and we are ready to learn. As you know, we are on a shortened schedule today. You will get a chance to meet all of your first trimester teachers. Tomorrow, we will be on our regular schedule starting at 7:30. The purpose of this video is to communicate the District 196 rules and regulations to all students, while at the same time introducing you to some of our staff members. It is important that all students listen and follow the rules set by the district to ensure a safe and positive learning environment. Teachers, please make sure to take attendance both on Synergy and also on the sheet provided by the attendance office. You may pass out the student handbooks at this time. Apple Valley is an exciting place to be right now. As many of you know, we are a STEM school dedicated to academics, arts, and athletics. Apple Valley High School is one of 24 schools in the entire country that partners with the U.S. Department of Labor on a Career Connect grant. Our program, called E3 STEM, offers opportunities for students to earn free college credits, receive career counseling, and participate in internships in STEM fields. Speak to your counselor if you would like to find out more. At this time, I would like to share 3 major changes here at AVHS. Number 1, we will be in full construction mode throughout the school year. AVHS is being transformed, adding a new entry commons, updated learning spaces, and remodeling the media center. As you can see, changes are large scale and very exciting. Check the announcement screens throughout the building often for progress updates and visions of our new school. During this time, it is very important to follow rules and directions for everyone's safety. We need all students and staff to respect the construction zones and stay clear of any marked off areas. Please be aware of your surroundings and follow the signs to direct you around the school. Number 2, all students will be learning with one-to-one technology this year that will be integrated into your classes. iPad minis will be issued to students this month to expand and enhance our learning. Your teachers will be providing more information to you this week. Number 3, we want to welcome the 8th graders from Valley Middle School of STEM to Apple Valley High School for the 17-18 school year. These fine students will be at AVHS for their entire school year due to extensive construction also happening at their school. We are excited to share our school with these fellow Eagles. Please treat the 8th graders as guests and be especially kind and friendly. Mr. Tidwell will be on the program later to provide additional guidance. In closing, I want to thank all of you for your attention to the important messages in this program. You will hear from our administrative staff, school resource officer, and nurses. Next up is Mr. Biskins, our Assistant Principal of Student Services. Have a great year, Apple Valley.
Hello, Eagles. I'm Pete Biskins, Assistant Principal here at Apple Valley High School. Looking forward to another new year. I'm in a new role. There's a lot of new changes here at Apple Valley High School. I'm now the Assistant Principal for Student Services, but I won't be far from athletics, and so you will see me at plenty of events this year. I have a few things that I'd like to talk to you about today as we begin day 1 of our 2016-17 school year. First, Picture Day, very important day. That will be this Friday. You'll be getting flyers in your social studies classes. Make sure you get your picture taken. Even if you're not going to buy pictures, this year it will be very important for you to have your student ID. So seniors, if you need a new student ID, make sure you stop down and get your picture taken as well. Why will you need your student ID? Always good to have it as you're walking around school so new staff know that you're supposed to be here. So make sure you are ready for Picture Day on Friday. Second, let's talk about Pass No Credit. 1 class per trimester can be taken as Pass No Credit here. What that means is instead of getting a letter grade, you can receive a pass if you've earned that work. What you need to do is pick up the form in the guidance office and turn it in within the first 20 days of the school year, each trimester, and you can take 1 class as Pass No Credit. Another exciting program I'd like to talk to you about here at Apple Valley is our Eagle Excellence Program. Each year, our teachers select one student that they honor as doing excellent work in our classrooms and in our hallways. This student is recognized at a breakfast once a trimester, and their pictures are on display outside of the attendance and guidance office. It's a great honor to be selected as a teacher's one student each year for our Eagle Excellence program. It's a great breakfast and a time to honor our students who are doing awesome things in the classroom and in our school community. Take a look at the pictures outside of the guidance office and do your best in the classroom so you have a possibility to be selected as our Eagle Excellence Award winners. So once again, welcome back. We're looking forward to a great school year. Make good choices, be great citizens in the hallway, and make sure you're showing your Eagle pride.
My name is Josh Gerving. I'm the School Resource Officer for Apple Valley High School. There's just a few things that I want to talk about for the 2016-2017 school year. The first thing I'd like to talk about is theft. All of us have great valuables that we like to keep safe and secure. We don't like to leave those valuables sit out in classrooms or left in hallways, including phones, iPads, wallets, purses, anything that is of value to you that you can attach a dollar amount to. We want to make sure that those things are safe. Good ways to do that are keeping those in your lockers. Street lockers are the best way to keep your valuables safe. Those lockers are secure and closed. No one can see into those lockers, and they don't know what are going to be in your lockers. A bad place to put your valuables is the locker rooms. The locker room lockers are open. People can see into those lockers. Sometimes people can get into those lockers in many different ways to get your valuables. We want to keep your valuables safe, and the best way to keep them safe is your street locker or on your person. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the parking passes. Make sure that your parking passes are visible in your rearview mirror so that everybody can see those passes. That way we can keep track of your vehicles better and keep track of your possessions better. The next thing I'd like to talk about dealing with the parking lots is valuables left in your cars. We don't want to leave any valuables visible left in the cars. If you have any valuables at all, my suggestion to you is to put those valuables in your trunk of your vehicle. That way nobody can get into your trunks. The next thing I'd like to touch on is intramural sports. This fall, intramural sports will be starting. You'll be able to get flyers and information from the main office, and fall leagues will be starting soon after the school year starts. Intramural sports is a great way to get to know your classmates and new students coming into the school. If you have any questions about intramural sports, you can stop into the main office and see me, or you can stop in and talk to someone in the main office and they'll point you in the right direction. Good luck for the 2016-2017 school year. I look forward to meeting all of you, getting to know you, and if you have any questions, my door is always open. Thank you.
Welcome. I am Miss Liebeck, Administrator in the Attendance Office. I'm here to talk with you about a variety of topics, all relevant to the respectful, responsible, and scholarly environment at Apple Valley High School. Let's start with your student IDs. Every student receives one free student ID with their school picture on it. Carry this with you. Getting used to having a valid form of ID on your person at all times is appropriate and a healthy habit to have. Your ID is useful both in and outside of your school life. Should you lose your ID, replacements may be obtained for a cost of $5 in the ITC. Entering, leaving, and returning to the building during the school day. Your safety is our concern. You need to be in school and accounted for, so please check in if you come late and check out if you need to leave early. If you arrive to school late or return to school after an appointment, check in with attendance to receive an admit to class. Do not leave the building without an admit. Check out with attendance if you need to leave early. Check out with the school nurse if you become ill during the school day. Don't just leave without letting the attendance office know. Apple Valley High School is a closed campus during the entire school day. This includes fifth hour lunch. No leaving, no matter how much you are hankering for that supersized fast food snack. Leaving school without an admit is grounds for detention or in-school suspension. You will be held accountable to make up your lost learning time. Please note, Apple Valley High School is closed to student visitors at all times. coming to school early or staying after school hours. For your safety and the safety of our school community, all students coming early or staying after school past 2:30 must be under the direct supervision of a teacher, advisor, coach, or other staff member. Our cafeteria and vending. All who eat breakfast, lunch, or snack food items obtained from the cafeteria, vending, or home, remember your manners, please. Be responsible and be respectful. Consume your food in the cafeteria during breakfast and fifth hour lunch. Clean up after yourself. Don't leave a mess. Dispose of trash in the appropriate trash receptacles in the cafeteria and throughout the building. Help keep our entire building clean, presentable, and polished with eagle pride. Student expulsion. Listen up and note the 12 offenses that can result in police involvement and expulsion from Apple Valley High School and all District 196 schools. Number 1, arson. Intentional destruction or damage to school or district buildings or property by means of fire. 2, aggravated assault. Committing an assault upon another person with a weapon or device used as a weapon, or an assault which inflicts great bodily harm upon another person. 3, physical assault upon a staff member, including agents, volunteers, and school resource officers, acting with intent to cause fear in another person of immediate bodily harm or death, or intentionally bullying, inflicting or attempting to inflict bodily harm upon another person. Any intentional, harmful, or potentially harmful physical contact or bullying initiated by a student against a staff member will be considered to be an assault. 4, false bomb threat. Intentionally giving a false alarm of a bomb, including through the use of electronic communication. 5, burglary. Entering a building or specific area of a building without consent and with intent to commit a crime, or entering a building without consent and committing a crime. 6, chemicals. Intent to sell, give, or share, possess, attempt to possess, or under the influence or use of chemicals. 7, possession or use of explosives, possessing or using any compound or mixture, the primary or common purpose of which is to function by explosion, with substantially instantaneous release of gas and heat. Number 8, robbery or extortion, obtaining property from another person where his or her consent was induced by use of force, threat of force, or under false pretenses, including through the use of electronic communication. Number 9, sexual violence, a physical act of aggression or force, or the threat of aggression or force, which involves non-consensual sexual contact or sexual intercourse with another person, including intentional touching of clothing, covering a person's intimate parts, intentional touching of a person's intimate parts, forcing a person to touch any person's intimate parts, or intentional attempt to or actual removal of clothing covering a person's intimate parts or undergarments. Number 10, terroristic threat, threatening, directly or indirectly, to commit a crime of violence with the purpose to terrorize another or with reckless disregard of the risk of causing terror in another, including through the use of electronic communication. Number 11, theft or knowingly receiving or possessing stolen property. Number 12, possession of a weapon or look-alike weapon. Take note, certain offenses committed a second or third time may result in police involvement or expulsion. Number 1, false alarm, intentionally giving a false alarm of a fire or other emergency notification system, such as 911, or tampering or interfering with any alarm or alarm sensor. 2, alcohol, intent to sell, give, or share. Selling, giving, or sharing, or intending to sell, give, or share alcohol, including through the use of electronic communication, where selling, giving, or sharing is prohibited by Minnesota or federal law. Number 3, possession of ammunition, mace, or pepper gas. Possession of bullets, other projectiles designed to be used in a weapon or other material designed to cause pain or injury. Number 4, physical assault upon a student. Number 5, damage or tampering with property, vandalism. Intentionally damaging or tampering with property that belongs to the school, district, or other students, employees, or others. 6, unauthorized use of a fire extinguisher. Unauthorized handling of a fire extinguisher or fire alarm sensors. 7, possession or use of fireworks. using, possessing, or offering for sale any substance, combination of substances, or articles prepared to produce a visible or audible effect by combustion, explosion, or detonation. If you have questions about these or any other offenses listed in the Students' Rights and Responsibilities Handbook, please speak with an administrator. Our community is a scholarly environment. Don't bring things to school that shouldn't be here. Bottom line, be safe and make good decisions. Violent student behavior, or VSB. Any student who engages in behavior identified as violent student behavior in the consequences chart will be identified as a student with a history of violent behavior. Whenever possible, teachers will be notified ahead of time if a student identified as VSB is in their classroom. Building principals have discretion to provide notice to other staff members who also interact with a student identified as VSB. Our aim is to keep Apple Valley High School a safe, respectful, responsible, and scholarly learning environment. Should you ever encounter something or someone that alarms you, appears suspicious, or makes you feel uncomfortable, please report this activity to a staff member immediately. Remember, we are here for you. And now, Mr. Tinder, my colleague in the attendance office, is up next.
Good morning, Apple Valley High School. I'm Mr. Tinder. I'm one of the administrators in the attendance office. And today I need to talk to you about three major topics. The first portion of my program today will cover student behavioral expectations. And we have two major expectations I want to briefly outline for you today. The first expectation is we expect all students here at Apple Valley High School to respect the people and the property that surround them. Everyone, regardless of who they are or where they come from, deserve to be treated with respect here at Apple Valley High School. Harassment and any type of bullying will not be permitted here at Apple Valley High School. At this time, I'd like to go over the district policy surrounding cyberbullying with you students. Cyberbullying is defined as the inappropriate use of technology such as, but not limited to, personal websites, web pages where students and or staff members are verbally abused, verbally assaulted, bullied, defamed, threatened, harassed, or terrorized, and the conduct impacts the ability of the school to maintain order and discipline. It is important to note that discipline may result from conduct that takes place from your personal or school computer. The conduct can also take place at school or at a remote site. Students who are disciplined underneath this category can face additional discipline infractions as well. Students, it's also important to respect the property that surrounds you. A lot of time and a lot of effort has been put into maintaining an educational environment that is one of the best in Minnesota. At this time, I'd like to go over the school district policy surrounding damage to property. It states, intentionally defacing, cutting, or otherwise damaging property that belongs to the school, district, other students, employees, or community members is prohibited. The consequences for this offense range from a 3-day suspension to an expulsion. Students, it's also important to be respectful to the people that are around you. Students need to follow the instructions that are given to them by all staff. The willful refusal to not abide by an instruction given by a staff member is called insubordination. The consequences for insubordination range from a detention all the way up to an expulsion. Our second major behavioral expectation that we have for you today is that you're accountable for your own learning. Remember, it's going to take a lot of work in order to graduate from Apple Valley High School. And it is our goal as a staff to support you throughout your high school experience, but also challenge you to become the best student that you can become. If you disrupt classes, there will be consequences. Keep in mind that your personal technology device can turn into a nuisance device. The school definition for a nuisance device is any personal belonging that could cause a disruption to the educational setting. The consequences for having a nuisance device range from a detention all the way up to a multiple-day suspension. Remember, students, you are welcome to use your personal technology devices before school, at lunch, and after school. You can also use your personal technology devices when you're encouraged to by your teachers or staff here at Apple Valley High School. If you are not given a direct instruction to use your personal technology device, you should keep it stowed away so it is not visible and audible to others in our learning setting. The first step to academic success is good attendance. Unexcused absences will lead to detention and also possibly Dakota County involvement. It is important that you're here, students, and it's also important that you turn in high quality work. Put your best foot forward. Do not accept half credit or no credit for homework assignments. When you're gone, you are also responsible for all of the work that you've missed. Contact your teacher or another student as soon as you come back to school in order to receive your work. Students, also have your parents write a note if you're gone or call the attendance office. These expectations will not only save you from school consequences, but will lead to academic success. The second major topic I'd like to talk to you about is chemicals. It's important that you understand the school rules surrounding chemical possession and use. The school district policy is as follows: possessing, influenced by, or using any narcotic or controlled substance or any item purported or believed to be a narcotic or controlled substance, or possessing or using drug paraphernalia where the possession or use is prohibited by Minnesota or federal law, or the over-the-counter or prescription drugs for the purpose for mood alteration, or using certain substances including synthetic marijuana or any related derivative for a mood-altering effect, or attempting to purchase or obtain any of the above, including through the use of electronic communication, is prohibited. The consequences for drug use or possession of any type of paraphernalia or chemicals range from a 5-day suspension to an expulsion. The last topic I need to talk to you about, students, is the topic of theft. Theft is defined as the unauthorized taking of another person's property, receiving or possessing such property. The consequences for this particular type of offense range from a 3-day suspension all the way up to an expulsion. Remember, if something does not belong to you, you need to return it to an adult or you need to leave it alone. I also have some very important information surrounding how you can protect yourself from being a victim of theft. The first piece of advice that I have for you is make sure that you have a lock for your gym locker. Over 90% of all of the thefts that happen here at Apple Valley High School take place in a locker room setting. It's also important that you do not bring valuables and also large sums of money to school. Students should also have their calculators engraved. Officer Eliason and I both own engravers, and we would engrave your calculator for free in the attendance office, and we would also provide you with a pass if you are late to your next class. And the last piece of advice that I have for students is to make sure that you do not share your locker combinations or your lunch codes with other people. Our goal here at Apple Valley High School is to provide an environment where individuals feel safe and can realize their full potential here at Apple Valley High School. And so I wish all of you a wonderful school year. And if you have any questions, I'm located in the attendance office. At this time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Caton and Ms. Randall, who are our school nurses, and they will share some very important information with you.
Hey, you're doing a good job around here? Oh. So here's our blueprint for the school year. I think we need to look over it. I don't know if that's right. Yeah, this part right here. Yeah. Right here? Yeah, right there, right there. Oh. Let's go. Oh, gosh. Whew. Good thing we made it.
That's crazy.
I know.
All that demolition.
I know. Well, here we are.
Here we are.
I'm glad I missed that wet cement.
Yeah, it's It's been a crazy time, hasn't it? Well, we want to introduce ourselves to you. We are the nurses at Apple Valley High School. I'm Nancy Randall, and I work the first part of the week.
And I'm Evie Caton, and I work the last part of the week. So we want to give you a blueprint for a healthy school year. First of all, you'll need to know how to get to the nurse's office. We're located across from the counselor's office, but to get here, you'll need a pink pass. Now, what you need to do is go to your foreman in your class, your teacher in your class, get the pass, and then come on down to the health office. Try not to come between classes, get the pass, and then we can see you. To visit the nurse, you will need a pink pass. You'll need to get this from your foreman, your teacher. So don't come between classes, but get the pass and come and see us. Another word of caution. The nurse's office is closed during 6th hour, so please avoid coming to the office. Obviously, we'll be called if there is an emergency, though.
Whew.
Are you okay?
Well, I don't know. Lately I've been having a headache, kind of like a jackhammer, you know. It's really driving me crazy. And then the other day I even wrenched my back.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, we'd like to share some nuts and bolts on how to care for yourself while you're here at school. And here is a concrete suggestion. You can bring your own Tylenol or ibuprofen. It just has to be in the original container. And you will need your parent or guardian permission to carry this Tylenol or ibuprofen.
And let's make sure that we don't come to school like it's a demolition day. We want to make sure that you get proper sleep at your house, not at school. Naps are only for ill students. You need to make sure that you get plenty of sleep at your home.
That's right. Also, you should fuel up before coming to school. Eating a good breakfast is very important. You do better in school, and you feel better. Just some grab-and-go food is nice to eat. Carry something in your backpack, just some granola bars, maybe some fruit. Also, the school offers breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning, so that's an option to get some food.
And you know what else is really important and will help you have a successful day? Water.
Yeah, water.
Make sure you drink plenty of water and bring your water bottle with you to school.
That's right.
And when you finish the water bottle, fill it up again and drink some more.
That's right. Very, very important. So. Oh.
So.
Oh my goodness. That's not in the blueprints. Here's the correct way to sneeze or cough is to sneeze or cough into your elbow like this or the sleeve of your shirt. Now, here's another point. We're going to hammer this home too. The nurse does not carry any cold medicine or cough drops.
Again, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. You have to bring your own cough drops or maybe take some cold medicine that's non-drowsy before coming to school if you have a mild cold. Also, remember to wash your hands.
Oh, boy, I tell you, this year has been crazy already, and it's under construction now. We're ready to start a new year. And we want to make sure that you understand that we are here for you. We understand these years in high school can be very challenging and stressful. It could be issues that you're having with your grades and academics at school, maybe relationships with your friends, and even maybe problems or issues at home. So we want you to know that you can come to us with any of your concerns and needs, that we are here to support you. Seek out a trusted adult, a teacher, a staff member, such as an administrator, a counselor, a nurse, the school psychologist. We're all here to support you. We want you to have a firm foundation to build upon.
Remember, the road to success is always under construction. Have a great year.
Hi, I'm Virgil Jones, the athletic director here at Apple Valley High School. I'm excited to lead the athletic department, support student athletes, and help add to the over 60 Minnesota State High School League championships here at Apple Valley. I want to speak to you today to talk about a few topics that are important to athletics and intramural activities. When you register as a student athlete here, you commit to honoring our athletic pledge. That athletic pledge consists of academically doing your best in the classroom all the time, remaining chemically free throughout your high school athletic career, and 3, being a good citizen, not only here, but being a good citizen at home as well as in the community. If you don't participate in any of our Minnesota State High School League sports, I want you to know that we would love to have you participate in our intramural program here at Apple Valley High School. Third and last, fans. We want you to come be loud, be vocal, be engaged, and support our teams. But we want you to think about 3 things. 1, make sure you're having fun at our athletic events. 2, be positive. Enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the spirit, and practice good sportsmanship. And 3, be respectful. And what I mean by being respectful is to make sure that we honor not calling names, not calling out numbers, and finally, no negative chants. Eagle Pride. Have a great year.
Hey, here's a couple of other things that we should talk about so you can have a successful school year here. Number 1 is tardies. It is critically important that you get to your classes on time. At 3 tardies, the teacher will meet with you, talk a little bit about it, remind you of our tardy policy. At 5 tardies and every subsequent tardies, there can be school discipline imposed. So please make sure you're showing respect for yourself, your teachers, and your classmates by getting to class on time. Heed the warning bell, get yourself moving, and get to class before that 5-minute bell occurs. Second, I'd like to refer you to page 20 in the handbook, and we're going to talk about a couple of very important items in there. The first is our policy and all of District 196 policy on fighting. District 196 defines fighting as adversarial physical contact differentiated from poking, pushing, shoving, or scuffling, in which one or both of the parties contributed to the situation by verbally instigating a fight and or physical action. Consequences here at the high school would be as follows. Your first offense of fighting will be a 3-day suspension. Second offense, 5-day suspension. Third offense is expulsion from all District 196 schools. Students should also know that if you are involved in a fight here at school, you will be issued a citation by the Apple Valley Police Department, which will require you to head to Dakota County Court in Hastings for a court appointment. Please make sure you are aware of this and we work out our differences in a positive manner. Next, please refer down to page 21 in that same part of the handbook, and we're going to talk about a very important issue titled harassment. Harassment is participating in or conspiring with others to engage in acts that injure, bully, degrade, intimidate, or disgrace other individuals. This includes indecent exposure, displaying pornography and harassing words, or actions that negatively impact on an individual or group because of their characteristics, including the use of electronic communication. Harassment based upon an individual's group sex, race, color, creed, religion, disability, national origin, marital status, family status, age, sexual orientation, genetic information, or public assistance shall be handled as harassment. The consequences for harassment are as follows. First offense is a 1-day suspension. Second is a 3-day suspension. Third offense, a 5-day suspension. and a fourth offense would be expulsion from all District 196 schools. Please make sure we are treating each other with respect and dignity as we go through this educational experience together. Finally, let's talk a little bit about social media. This is one of the growing areas in all schools, both positive and negative in our school climates. Social media can be a wonderful tool as we get information out to schools, to parents, to students about our activities and our successes. But social media also has some negative consequences when used incorrectly. What we would like to talk about right now is think. That before you post something on social media that you think. Think is an acronym in our social media world for the following. T, is it true? H, is it helpful? I, is it inspiring? N, is it necessary? And K, is it kind? Before you post something, if you could think, and if it fits into those categories, what a great thing to put out there. Put inspiring messages to others, supporting your teammates, congratulating your classmates on a job well done, all wonderful uses of social media. But please make sure you think before you post, as those actions can have consequences here at school. Have a great school year. Make sure that you're following the things that we've talked about. Get involved with activities. Show respect for one another. Take responsibility for your actions, and make sure you're ready to learn. And we will have a great school year together.
Hey everyone, I'm Mr. Tidwell, and I'm an administrator here at Apple Valley High School and Valley Middle School. I'd like to welcome you all back to Apple Valley. I hope your summer was well. I'd also like to welcome the class of 2022 Valley Middle School of STEM 8th graders. Some of you may or may not know that the 8th graders will be housed here at Apple Valley High School because there's construction being done at Valley Middle School. I want to give them a warm welcome, and I want you to make sure you welcome them as well. You take care of them like you take care of anyone in your own family. If you have a problem with any of these 8th graders, you can come find me personally and we'll get it figured out. Let's show them why we're the best school in Apple Valley. Go Eagles.
Hi everybody, I'm Mr. Blatzheim and I'm the Arts and Activities Director. I'm here to tell you a little bit about some of our after-school, before-school, co-curricular programming, but also just to encourage you to get involved in your time here at Apple Valley High School. Here at AVHS, we have many different before and after school clubs that you can be a part of. We have student service organizations like National Honor Society, Apple Valley Role Models, Student Council. We also have academically oriented clubs such as Quiz Bowl and Math Team, and some more STEM oriented things like Robotics and Science Olympiad. And we have many different options in the arts as well, from our nationally recognized speech and debate team to many opportunities in theater, dance, instrumental music, and vocal music as well. My main message to you here though today is to just remind you to get involved. Be part of the larger Eagle community. All of the teachers in this building care about you, but they don't just care about you from 7:30 to 2:20. They care about you before and after school as well, and many of them show that by being involved as coaches and mentors in many different activities and programs. And we want you to find your way into those activities and programs. Ask anybody, especially those of us who went to school here, what they remember about their high school experience, and they'll tell you they learned a lot in their classes during the day, but a lot of the memories are made as being part of a before-after school club, being on the football team, being part of Quiz Bowl, traveling to speech tournaments on the weekends, being in a band concert or a choir concert with friends. Those are the things that we'll truly remember, and we believe that they're very, very important here at Apple Valley High School. We are a STEM school dedicated to arts, academics, and athletics, and you see those three words right when you walk in the front of the school building. It's important that you get a well-rounded experience so that you're prepared to go out into the world and make a difference. So here we are, it's the first day of school. For some of you, it's your first day of high school. For others of you, it's your last first day of high school. We're glad you're all here. All of the adults in this building are here because we care about you and we want you to get the most out of this experience. If you have any questions, concerns, problems, you can always find any one of us and ask. We're here for you. We're all in this together, so let's make this a great year. Go Eagles!